Here's our boat, Judith.
The port of Manaus lies on the Rio Negro, near its confluence with the Amazon. We spent 5 days on a traditional riverboat. The bridge spanning the Rio Negro goes nowhere in particular. It was part of a project to repave an impossible 900-kilometer highway to connect Manaus to the prosperous south, but the project fizzled out. A restaurant is towed out to summer moorings.
Now you see Manaus here, and we went from here to where the tropical hotel is. Then we went down as far as here. And here this is that little creek we went through from Rio Negro to here. So now we're here. It's called Janawaka. For me, I don't know exactly how high it is. There is enough water to go inside, but I doubt it. Maybe not. But we make a night tour.
I'm pretty sure I saw some dolphins out there.
This is a Gila. Gilas have this big eye coming out. There's a big group of them. There's a family called Gila. Gilas.
Oh yeah.
Black.
Oh,
Cayman.
How big is that compared with?
Oh, he'll get about 2.5 meters full grown.
Okay,
Really?
So that one's quite
that's a
young.
youngster here, huh?
Yeah, he's youngster, yeah. Over in the 30 grades up, because then they have males born. From 30 below, only females.
He's got a third lid.
Yeah.
Oh,
Both build night heron. This fish gets huge. This is a baby one.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
A lot of people buying this for aquariums. Red, the black, and the white one. But the white and the black, they attack individual alone. These guys, one bites, fish start to bleed, all the others come.
What have you got, Chuck?
Catch of the day.
Okay, let's have a look at his teeth.
The old man in the sea. Whoa! Do these have bobs on them?
Okay,
Okay.
yeah.
Wow.
Give Chuck a smile.
Great hot photo. No te celular, ¿no?
¿Ah?
Como foto lindo para bater con celular ahí.
¿Eh?
Cell phone?
No te enseño.
Muy bien, güey. Ve aquí la taza abierta ahí.
Is that for me? Ciao.
The fruit will come, it will get bigger later on. This little thing here is the fruit.
Really?
I mean, they play with this or they bite, they burn the mouse. So you have to teach your kids to learn since they're little ones, not to bite this.
Not to bite this.
They only can eat the fruit. Beautiful familia. Familia linda, ¿no? Ese ahí es otro ya, no que yo vea aquella vez.
I thought it was just a hole. It's not a hole.
This little chap up here with a baby chick.
A gente fez simpatia, ela almoçou.
On top, just a little tiny thing, see? It's the skin, that's why you're gonna take it off. When they're ripe, it's black. And then you put this in hot water and get softer.
Oh, he's just out of my camera view.
That's the skimmer, look.
Yeah, got him. There he is.
First of all, it's not poison at all. Nada aquí no. ¿Están nadando?
Hola.
¿Vengan la foto? ¿Ya tengo foto? Muestra.
Presta uma.
Por favor.
They stick their hands in the holes.
Yes, yes. I show you the holes on the ground and you just put inside. Estão ovadas, huh?
Look at them.
No, ainda não. In this case, we are in very flat area. And when the river comes up, probably the water will be here like 3 or 4 meters above. Way up there. Oh, you see the mark on the tree, way up there, look. The dark mark.
Yeah.
See, you can see the dark mark way above, way up there. If the river will be higher up more in the year, then they'll be in trouble. All these trees might die and becomes like a desert here. So the Amazonas base is always changing positions. It creates a new islands. It doesn't like that. The channel changes, moves that island away, and deposits someplace else. See, this is a rabbit tree, that is a rabbit tree, that's a rabbit tree, that's a rabbit tree, this is a rabbit tree. So there's a lot of repeat trees, the same thing, but this is not the kind of rubber that's been collected. But that was one which was collected, the one they call seringuera, but not these guys here. You still can use them, but they're not really the best. Food, what the trees will need during the flood season. So they create extra roots, like this, what we call air roots. Yeah, you will not see this kind of stuff in the primary forest. This you see only secondary forest. See the size of the termite nest? So if you're a termite, you must climb the tree, because otherwise you'll be drowned. We have 3 different waters. What the science call white water, that is the Amazon water. And then black water, and the last one is clear water. And there are only 2 rivers with clear water in the whole Amazon basin. The chicle, you know chicle?
Yeah.
The gum, but the guy who discovered the chicle tree came from North America. So when they go looking for if they find some food away from the nest, each one is carrying little pheromones on them. So that they drop here and there, so they can follow each other wherever they go.
Joga ela pra fora. Se ela for sair, joga ela pra fora. Joga, não, nada lá. Joga ela pra fora. Joga ela pra fora quando tá saindo. Good? Okay.
They live up to 20 years, by the way. It's known as a leaf toad because he's doing as a leaf, you see, like a dead leaf. And you can see the middle part. See, like the leaf. See? The strongest wind we had here was 70 kilometers an hour. And in that time, many trees went down. Yeah, you can try.
Fantastic.
Sounds good. Not bad. Oh, wow.
You put the fire on top of your head.
Judith had a very nice swim in the river a couple of hours ago. It's not, however, the Amazon River. It's a tributary of Rio Negro, which is the Black River. And so far the weather has been hot, humid, but very pleasant.
See how different they are. See the color, how black it is? Yeah. Remember the ones we saw the other day? And the head is different. Look, the head is very white. But this is a tinga. This is a spectacle, a different one. You see how different it is? See the narrow nose? Yeah. And the color, look. Where we're going now, they are Indians. Indians are the ones, they have their own language right here in the Indian village.
The square is a football pitch.
Children are taught both in Portuguese and their Indian mother tongue.
lá pro Solimões?
É?
Sempre estão fazendo lá, dessa vez não tinha nada.
É.
Vou mostrar o lugar.
Aqui também é do nada.
And they feel. Okay?
Okay.
Mirapiranga.
Esatto.
Olha só o que vai fazer. Ah,
Hardwood. Yeah.
Olá, família.
You put it in here, right? Goes down and then.
Even this far upriver, 1,500 kilometers from the sea, the river is vast, several K wide at this point.
I want you to say about what the water's like.
The top layer of the water is hot. I don't mean warm, I mean hot, like it came out of a hot tap. And that extends all the way down to about a meter, about as long, far down as your hands can reach. Then you first start to encounter a little bit of coolth, and there it's delightfully cool. It's murky, but it's one of the most delightful swims I've ever had.
How's the sand?
Sand is hot, but you can walk on it. It's very fine grained, soft, very good sand. You won't find it in Dorset. Things could not be much better.
Maybe a caipirinha this evening?
The only possible improvement could be the cocktail hour. Yes, a caipirinha in a couple of hours.
Okay.
Until then, quite high.
Anybody like to? Don't be afraid.
You coming too?
Here we go.
Banana, banana. Banana. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, you take nice. Here. Woo. Okay, take nice. Okay, take nice. There we go.
Very brave.
Oh, okay, I'll be brave. Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay, don't.
Judith, you sure you want 3 monkeys on you?
He didn't get one.
Hey, I'm the movie guy. I'm the cameraman. Look at that. There's a photo.
What are you taking them for?
Cheap.
See, now you see, look at that. If you don't...
Come on.
People has fresh fish every morning.
Yeah.
Bom dia.
Bom dia.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
See, this is what they call araku. They get about this big, full grown. Beautiful ones.
See?
For catfish, look how rough that.
Oh, yes.
This is why they don't die easy. So they can walk over the ground. Barman and guy who's fixing.
We flew back to Brasilia with just an hour to transfer to a flight to Salvador on the coast in Bahia.
Okay. Smile. Und sonríe. Muy bien.
Preto means black, and this is the church of Our Lady of the Blacks. It was built by and for slaves in the 1700s. It still has a largely black congregation. Capoeira began in Angola as a ritual fight for access to women.
Una necesidad.
Ciao.
Sei de que país?
De Inglaterra.
Ah, inglesa.
Não falo português.
Fala sim. Ah, falando.
Falo espanhol.
Não, mas você tá falando português. Não fala português e fala pouco, né?
It's a typical Bahian lunch snack called a caparé, and it has
What is it?
shrimps and peas and pimento and veggies and
Oh, have a bite.
undoubtedly quite a lot to do with tapioca.
Have a bite.
Saint Roch was a 14th century plague victim. A dog supplied him with bread. He's the patron saint of dogs, plague victims, bachelors, and other unfortunates.
Antonio Magalhães.
All the way to the palm tree?
Yes.
Wow. Very good. Give us a victory smile.
Zubi dos Palmares was the last king of a settlement of Afro-Brazilian people who liberated themselves from enslavement in the 17th century. Alas, only temporarily.
Oh, that's pretty extraordinary. I had no idea what that was made of.
The fortified old city was established on a cliff top. The new harbour sprawls beneath it. You reach the harbour by elevator. These ribbon amulets, called fitas, are associated with our destination. Visitors wear fitas as bracelets and hang them in the church to reinforce their supplications. Testimonials of cures or lucky escapes attributed to miracles. Ex votos of body parts are prayers prior to an operation or thanks for a successful outcome.
Which we aren't. There's San Francisco. San Francisco. Here's our room. This is Chuck and his phone.
That's okay.
Fosse Jesus, que seria de mim? Pois a força do mal não teria mais fim.
Just an hour north by taxi lies Arambembe. In the 1970s, popularized as a hippie hangout by the likes of Mick Jagger and Janis Joplin. Today, it's faded, and on weekdays, tranquil.
porte diferente, com serviço especializado para a sua área, manutenção,
From the Alfazema B&B, we step right out onto the beach. We arrive at the vestigial hippie commune around noon. Too early. No one's up yet. There are many turtle conservation projects along the coast. At night, observers mark and protect where eggs are laid. They monitor the hatchlings as they struggle to the sea.
Come this way.
Yeah, he knows it's there.
Yeah.
It's a bit more.
He knows it's there.
He knows, yeah. He's a very intelligent.
On the weekend, day trippers descend en masse. Our host, Jose, not only heads up the local lifeguards, he also runs a capoeira youth training group, including some disabled children. Capoeira was prohibited for African slaves imported into Bahia, and so evolved into a stylized form of dancing and chanting.